Hey YouTube, um, making kind of a different video right now because there's some stuff I think I need to say. So I don't usually make, well, not usually, I've never made any sort of Pokemon content on YouTube or on Twitch. So I don't think anybody that's ever watched my videos or ever has or ever will going forward after this watch my videos be involved in the Pokemon community, but this is kind of just something I need to say. There's been a bit of a situation happening within the Pokemon community as far as uh, content creation, that sort of scene goes. There is a content creator that goes by the name of Jubilee, who a few days ago made a tweet saying, why are men weak and fragile? And it kind of sparked a lot of backlash, let's call it, which was basically consisting of harassment and being told that she shouldn't say such things. Claims of misandry were brought against her, and claims that she wasn't a real feminist, and basically just getting the book thrown at her for, going on the internet and saying something, which, I mean, you're on the internet saying something that people aren't going to like. That's kind of what's going to happen. But I don't want to be the guy that's going to say you deserved it, because she didn't deserve that. In fact, this video, if you could tell by the title, I am actually saying that I support Jubilee, and she was not in the wrong to say what she said. Like, I know people are like, generalizations are the enemy, they're the devil, that's how racism and sexism begins and stuff like that. But I mean, like, let's be real. This isn't that slippery of a slope. She said, why are men weak and fragile? I mean, if you're not weak and fragile, you're not going to have an issue with her saying that, because you'll know that she's probably been dealing with some bullshit and she's frustrated. And if you are offended by that statement, then maybe the statement is about you. And just telling from all the backlash, she kind of just proves her post justified. Because, I mean, yesterday she actually had to dissociate from the Pokemon community due to all the backlash she's received from this. And that's why I'm making this video, because not only has it caused a big wave in that community, but also the bigger content creators in that scene have kind of belittled the situation and since retracted and, decided to take a more mature stance on it. But honestly, it's not a laughing matter. Like, you don't get to gatekeep what feminism is. You don't get to gatekeep what she can say. She's, from the eyes of the oppressed, they don't have to fucking care about the feelings of the people oppressing them. And yeah, you can say, men and women have been equal for however long in recent history, but that's not the point. There's still disparity, and it's systemic, and it's honestly not that different from systemic racism and the sort like that. Like, honestly, the amount of hate that she's gotten, it bugs me. And so I thought I should just make this video saying, that there's people out there that support you, Jubilee. It's fine. Look, I get it. You had to do what you had to do with dissociating from the Pokemon community, but just know that the people that are trying to be the loudest are the minority. Like, when you go on the internet, I'm sure everybody's aware of this. When you go on the internet and you say something, or you do something, or you put something out there, the most often feedback you're going to get is negative. Because if somebody has something positive to say, they're generally just not going to say it unless they feel like they need to say it. And occasionally people want to say it, but most of the time people just want to say the negative things and try to, let you know that they disagree with you and that sort of thing. So this is just a quick video saying, I support Jubilee. I don't think there's an issue with going on the internet and saying shit like, why are men weak and fragile? Because it only affects the people that are weak and fragile in the first place. Like, if you don't have a fragile, like, if your masculinity is not threatened, then you don't have an issue with it. And if that's threatening your masculinity, there's a problem to begin with. That's a bit toxic. I mean, if you think what she said is toxic, that's fine. You don't really have to say anything about it, though, because it's pretty clear to see that she had some frustrations when she said it, and I'm sure we've all been there. You know, you've been in traffic, let's say, you know, you get cut off and you start screaming at somebody from inside your car even though they can't hear you. I mean, if somebody heard you, you think they would be like, well, you shouldn't talk to that person that way. Even like, it's something she said in frustration, and she got a lot more backlash than she should have, and I don't think that's right, and I don't think the way it came and the way it fell out was acceptable, and I just had to say that 2 cents. You guys are probably just going to see this uploaded to my channel just as one solid cut, and probably just titled, I support Jubilee, so just putting it out there.